Hello, thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Shane Murphy Goldsmith, and I'm the president and CEO of the Liberty Hill Foundation. In case you don't know Liberty Hill, we were founded 43 years ago. Liberty Hill is the home for progressive Los Angeles. We believe that the people closest to the pain need to be the ones to lead the fight for change, and it's our job to support them. So we raise money from individuals, foundations, government, and strategically invest it in grants, leadership training, and campaigns to build power in communities most impacted by systemic oppression to achieve justice and equity. So today I have with me Mainor Zunkax, who is a youth activist with Arts for Incarcerated Youth Network. And I have the privilege of interviewing Mainor. I actually got to meet Mainor as part of my Stanton Fellowship. I received a 2-year Stanton Fellowship to explore how we can end youth incarceration and build a youth development system that gives all kids a chance to learn, succeed, and thrive. So as part of this project, I got to interview young people who have spent time in LA's youth jails and are now activists and artists. I learned so much from each of these young people about courage, love, and the destructive consequences of systemic racism and poverty and the criminal justice system. So many thanks to the Stanton Foundation for making this possible. And Mainor, who we're speaking with today, made a huge impact on me during our interview. I don't know if I've told you this yet, Mainor, but I was deeply moved by the stories you told me, which demonstrated so much bravery and inner strength. And I've carried those stories with me since then. So thank you so much for sharing that with me. And I hope that our audience will get a little taste of that today. So Mainor, do you want to introduce yourself a little bit? Say hi to folks and tell us about your childhood and what do you think contributed to you ending up in jail?
Good afternoon or whatever time it is right now. Well, I'm Mainor, I'm one of the youth advocates for Arts for Incarcerated Youth Network, and also part of the LEV Coalition. And how was my childhood? My childhood, it was all right, it wasn't the best, but had a little fun here and there, but but when I would go through it, like I would go through it mostly with like my parents and stuff like that, just watching them, get into it, and that really just like I didn't want to see all that, so that led me, to just going to the streets and just finding peace somewhere else, yeah.
So then you ended up in juvenile hall. Can you tell us what that was like for you?
Yeah, that was it was at the beginning it was a little like oh, like how is it gonna be? Like I had a lot of questions, I was confused, you can say, like of how the environment was gonna be like I was always like the only one question that I would really ask myself was like, am I gonna have a bunkie, like, but when I got there it was like no, like I had my own little room and everything, and I was just like, what, like I was isolated, and I was just like, I was like, damn, I was tripping, because I was like literally in the room, just locked down,
And how did that feel?
And man, that felt like it made me feel like an animal, like just like I can't come out when I want to, like haven't been told like, like you eat at this time, you shower at this time, like you use the restroom, whenever we say you use the restroom, and it's like, damn, I can never do nothing like myself, pretty much, and yeah, and it made me feel like shit, because I'm like, damn, like all these little simple stuff, like, that we like I do in the outs and that I can do myself, like I come inside here and it's like I can't even do that for myself no more, like, I can't even open my own door to my room, pretty much, and that just, just like, damn, like made me realize that I was in a spot where I was like, I don't fit in for this,
Yeah, it sounds just like you said, it's like an animal. It just sounds so dehumanizing.
Yeah.
So what do you think could be done to prevent kids like you from ending up in jail?
What I think can be done is probably like resources, like a lot of resources that can help somebody like with whatever they're going through, like sometimes, like all youth are not gonna be going through the same thing, there's different things like that one could be going through, and it's just on how you can relate to those um those situations, like say like you're over there getting in trouble in school, like like some kids they find like sports like one of their little things to to like do good, have good grades, because they want to play, others is just because they want to make their family proud, and it's just like it's crazy.
Did you have any kind of support as a kid? You said, your family life was rough. Were there resources to help you or adults in your life that you could turn to?
um Not really, because I was always like I was always like alone, like my parents always had to go like to work like in the afternoon, by the time I get out of school, like they'll go to work, or they're getting home from work, but all late like at 6. So at the end of the day, like I still had that time of like, just like having my own time, and it's just that led me to just, just me having all that free time just led me to start getting to know kids, other kids from the block, and just started kicking it with them, and that led me to yeah, to going to jail and everything.
Yeah. Well, so tell us what your life is like now. I know it has changed a lot since you were a kid. So tell us about what life is like today.
Oh, what life is like today, man, it's pretty cool, since I've been out for a year and some change now, and it's, man, within that time, like like I didn't travel twice, so got to see other part of the world, and that was pretty dope, and now I'm working for for the network now, and and it feels good, to like actually like be able to have a like, now I could like really say like I have a job, and and it's dope that that there's actual like there's people that really like believe in you, and want to see you do good, so it's like, yeah, I'm really grateful for all that,
That's awesome. So tell us about the work that you do with Arts for Incarcerated Youth Network.
Oh, so yeah, so pretty much what I do with them is, like I said, I'm one of the youth leaders from there. So it's pretty much, I'll be going to like board meetings, trying to pass like some bills, statewide and like citywide, with the Leo Coalition too. We be doing that, most of that, sharing our stories, with not sharing our story, but what's it called? Public commenting. We be going to the board and doing that. And yeah, and then what else? Damn, it's like it's a lot, but trying to think of what else.
Well, what kind
Um,
of bills are you trying to get passed, or what kind of changes are you trying to create?
well, well, overall, like our main goal, it's just to shut down all youth institutions, so like East Lake and all that, all the camps. Our main goal is to shut those down and rebuild some, not rebuild, but like come up with another model, like how all right, so for example, we're closing down these facilities, but what are we gonna make next, like, instead of having a jail or a camp, so that's what we're working on. And also there's this one thing that we're working on, and it's trying to trying to close down Men's Central Jail like within a year, so we be like in spaces like that, just trying to advocate for for the future and stuff like that.
But what would the 13-year-old version of you think? If he's watching this interview, he's seeing that you're out talking to legislators, speaking to the press, flying all over the country, doing activism. What would he think?
Or to keep it 100 myself, like my 13-year-old, like he would be like, nah, hell no, like I don't want to do, you know. But um, but if I were to give it a chance, like I gave you know, this program a chance, um, you know, and then once I would hear like traveling, I would, you know, like that would actually be the only reason like it will catch my attention, you know, because it's like, you know, like you've been a kid and you've been in the same environment for like, you know, like for 13 years, right? Or 12 years, whatever. And it's like that's all you think there is to it, you know, just where you're around. But getting to see like that there's like more to the world, you know, like there's other spaces that, you know, it's just crazy that when you look at it, it looks like it's a painting, you know. So just, you know, just yeah, just letting them know that there's something out there, you know, that is better.
It's awesome. It's pretty amazing that after everything you've went through, now you get to stand in front of these powerful lawmakers and share your story and win real change. I mean, your work, the coalition that you're part of, the activism that you've done is actually changing laws, it's changing practices. You are shutting down jails. You're doing incredible work to make sure that kids like you don't ever have to be in the situation you were in.
Yeah, you know, and it just, and it's crazy, you know, because now like you said, you know, how like I'm gonna have my little girl, you know, like I wouldn't want her, like if for her to, if she were to get in trouble, you know, for some dumb little shit, like I don't want her to go to, you know, like to jail for that, you know, like there's other there's other resources for all that, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. All right. So let's talk a little bit about COVID. What I see you're wearing looks like a Dodgers mask. What
Oh yeah.
what impact has COVID had on you and your loved ones?
Probably the man what it has. Well, pretty much like I'm the only one in my household like actually like, you know, like bringing some type of money in, because everybody else, you know, like my mom since the COVID started, like she was like so paranoid. You know, I don't know why. You know, they're always so paranoid. My mom's always so paranoid with things, but she started being paranoid, and you know what she should be. You know, but yeah, she just like stopped going to work because there was like people actually like from her work side like dying. You
Oh
know,
my God.
yeah. So she was just like, oh nah, you know, she's like, I'm not gonna go to work no more. So you know,
Ugh.
and then after that, like it came out in the news and all, and they had to shut it down. That's when they like shut it down. You know, so she's been like she has no job. You know, so it's been hard. You know, but just trying to, you know, like I said, like ride it through. You know, it's just another bump in the road. You know.
Well, I'm so amazed by how far you've come, and despite impossible obstacles, you've become this strong, brave young man who's supporting his family and supporting other kids and changing the world. It's pretty rad.
Yeah.
So you made a video that we're about to show. Can you tell us a little bit about what you hope people will take away from your video?
That probably that it is possible. You know, like it is possible to change somebody, but not through like one day or two or a week. You know, like it took me like, you know, like think about it, like yeah, it's not even, it hasn't even gotten me all the way, you know, and I've only been with the program a whole year, you know, but I feel like I've changed in a way, you know. So I feel like, you know, like just the only thing for them to take is just that the change is possible, that, you know, with the right help and the right people, like, you know, like you could really change.
Change is possible. I love that. We
Yeah,
all have to believe that, or we're not going to survive this.
yeah, you know, just be smooth.
Well, thank you for inspiring me, Mainor, and everyone who's watching this. And I hope everybody enjoys this wonderful video. So without further ado, let's watch the video.